flexing in her complexion.
Some say, thank God it is Friday. Others say, thank God it is Saturday. But we say, thank God it is the weekend. My name is Neki Moya.
And I'm Ejiro Omogede. And this is the Weekend Rundown.
On the Weekend Rundown, we get to give you all of the craziest G's that went down from Monday till today. Top 10 craziest story. And of course, this week has been buzzing from lots of news, from celebrating giving birth to babies, from celebrities expecting, and of course, to not so good news, fraud. On our top 10 story today, we have D'banj, one of the finest musical artists in Africa, who went to London and talking to one of the finest Oyipo Shola on Beat FM, saying that he is expecting a child.
Aww.
Now, D'banj, as you all know, he lost his first child last year in August, and so a lot of people has been,
Hoping,
that feeling and hoping that, and apparently he lost his first child. The child died by drowning.
Oh.
Yes, and it was in America, trying to get an award. It was an America Beats award, and so it was found out that while he was there, he called him and said his child died.
It's just sad.
And now he's expecting another one. So
congratulations to him. We are all anticipating, you
know,
brown skin girl or brown skin boy.
All right, so on our number 9 story, it's a lot of things that have been happening on Twitter. A lot of things. Now, this one is very peculiar to us because it happens to affect a small child. And so Ejiro has us covered in the book.
Apparently, a 10-year-old girl who's been bullied by her classmates launches a clothing line to help other people have confidence in their skin. Her name carries Rogers. It all started by her not being confident, and she was always being bullied by her classmates. And then, her sister tweeted saying, flexing her complexion. And guess what? The tweet got 83,000 likes, and this apparently helped to boost her ego. Very interesting story. And then, then she just gets different, she started a clothing line, and then there it says, voila. Had different inscriptions saying, flexing my black skin, black is beautiful, and everything.
I have a saying that any publicity is publicity, in as much as you can use it to your advantage, and see now they do that. Please let the bully come and bully me. So I will just look for something that I'll just to make.
Like nobody can bully you. You're the one that's a bully people.
Unfortunately, she's right. I can't be bullied.
She can't bully. She bullies people for a living. Disclaimer. Of course you do.
Anyways, we're going down to our number 8 story. Now, one thing about social media is a lot of things happens on social media. A lot of things, from chiking, to shooting your shots, and of course to being blackmailed. Now, this story, Ejiro has us covered on this one. Very twisted. Ejiro, let's go.
Okay, apparently a girl was being blackmailed by someone she doesn't really know, telling her that he has her nude pictures and that he would release them on social media if she does not release so and so amount of money. Now the blackmailer is being blackmailed. Apparently she just goes on Instagram and releases her nude pictures by herself. She cannot shout. She cannot just shout at all. She just released the nude pictures so that when you see the pictures, when you later see the other pictures, you are not complaining that, I saw your nude pictures. So she just could not just shout. Like, she beats the guy to his game. So you can't blackmail, you can't collect money anymore. Now my nude pictures are out there.
And the truth is, they're talking about blackmail. If she had paid,
he'll keep coming back and coming back
until somebody dies, or until
I don't know, until she actually gives up and says what's happening. I don't care. And and she just comes out and says, put it out there. And there's several stories like this. That people are being blackmailed because of their nude pictures. It takes courage, and she was courageous.
But Ejiro will not do that.
I can't try it. And they will not see my nude pictures anyway.
The truth is that if you find yourself in any form of blackmail, either nudes or any other thing, just try to be a step ahead. It's hard. It's really hard. But just know that when you start off that cycle of blackmailing, it just keeps going on and on and on. Anyway, that's all about that story. Moving on to our number 7 story. If you're familiar with the wrestling world and how people transit from wrestlers to being actors, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is no newcomer in this field. And Adriel has discovered him.
Yes, so Forbes list is out, and Dwayne Johnson apparently is topping the top list for best paid actor on the Forbes list. Wow. Apparently, he has done 2 movies this year, Hobbs and Shaw and Fighting with My Family. Hobbs and Shaw is a crazy movie, and it has made so much cash already. And so apparently, he's topping the list. And just so you know, Chris Hemsworth, our guy, Thor, is a number 2. But that's it. Congratulations to Dwayne Johnson for being the top paid actor on the Forbes list.
Talking about that, Dwayne Johnson put in so much effort.
Yes.
You know, from his body mass, you know, to his charity, to his giving and all of that, and to being a wonderful father. And he just got married.
And do you know it's $89.3 million.
Woo! And your foster daughter. Just now
he has made over $89.3 million between June last year, 2018, and June 2019.
Wow.
It's yes, and please, if you're looking for a child to adopt, I'm available.
No, she's not. She's me.
I can't be available. Nikki, please, you cannot steal my shine.
No, let me tell you,
shine my shine.
And also a big congratulations
yes.
to Dwayne Johnson on this hit, and also he just got married to his
yes.
girlfriend of 12 years.
Oh my God.
I don't know how they do it in the West. In Nigeria, they'll start doing deliverance for you.
And then they start calling her Lord of the Rings.
You know? Alright, so moving on to our number 7 story. This one is, I don't know whether it's hilarious or it just has this.
There's just something about it.
Okay, so
why?
On Monday, one of the aides, the former aide of the ex-governor, I beg your pardon, of Enugu State, that's Governor Nnamani, he came out on social media to say that his daughter has been kidnapped. His 13-year-old daughter has been kidnapped. Apparently, she left home and they've been trying to reach her. Her lines have been busy. And so he went on social media and Facebook to thank everyone that had been praying and supporting him. And only for the Nigerian police, of course, investigation, and only for the Nigerian police to discover that apparently this young lady went to her boyfriend's house.
I don't understand.
And she staged her kidnapping.
Why? And guess what? How old is she?
She's 13.
Why? What is she looking for?
Now, in as much as this is hilarious, it's not funny because I don't know that I think that
do you know how it feels for a parent to feel like his child is missing, and you did all that just so that you can go and be with a boy at 13? She does not know what she's looking for yet. Young love, Neki, young love, really. That's all you can say.
I'm trying not to laugh right now, but I can't help it because how can you just sit at home and you tell your parents, okay, I'm going to school.
Yeah, and then you disappear into thin air.
Yeah, you've planned with the boy.
How you probably hide.
When I was 13 years old,
I was still playing.
Me. I was even with small tiny girl running up and down in the sand.
I was oh
my God! I'm so cute, like the way I'm cute right now. I'm even a cute girl, but I don't know. When I was 13 years old,
I was still in secondary school, still trying to understand how mathematics works.
Junior secondary.
Yeah, I was still trying to understand how mathematics works, how to understand, just trying to understand general things. And then, then we're told that, Neki, we're told that if a boy touches you, you get pregnant. So, well.
No, but I had a crush when I was 13 years old, but he never liked me.
Oh my God,
How many years he came back to tell me that he liked me when I was 10? I'm like, dude, we can't work anymore. Get grown up. Our prospect has changed.
All right.
Great.
Please do not give your parents heart attack at that age, I don't
before we go on a short break, our number 5 story for today. A lot of things, like I said, has been happening in Nigeria, and one of the things that has been killing the internet is actually fraud. And so, coming down to Nigeria, it was reported in Ogun State, the Ogun State Divisional Police arrested 2 young men for using fake Naira notes to acquire 2 bags of rice. Now, according to the reports, the rice seller called the police officer after discovering that, counting the money, that was 29,000 Naira, discovered that the Naira notes were fake. And the police, of course, they took up the case and they nabbed these 2 suspects And after much investigation, they discovered one keke napep that was not registered, and also 9 other bags of rice that they've apparently bought from other sellers with the same fake naira note. And they also discovered 79,000 naira in fake currency in Nigeria.
So as someone comes to my shop, for example, and just gives me fake money, and I want to pay in money to the account, and then I find out you have fake money. That's just horrible. I mean, how far can we go with the first thing?
I don't know. I think every day we just devising means, and you just keep seeing things happen, and you be like, I don't know, quality control methods. I don't know, people checkmating days before every naira note would leave the leave CBN.
I know. I don't think they get it from. They don't get it from the bag.
They print it. They have the machine that
prints the money.
And so there should be a difference between a fake naira note that even an average Nigerian can know. But I think it's hard. I don't know. They usually say when you see the fake naira note, like a paper.
The first thing to do is squeeze and all that, to test if the money is okay and all that. That's why you notice when you buy stuff from the market women usually just look at your money first. They look at it, and then they squeeze it to be sure that your money is real. And
especially 1,000 naira notes.
Yes.
Please,
let's be more cautious.
Let's think of our parents when we're doing all these things.
Yeah.
So let's pick up there. Alright, we're gonna go on a quick break. You heard of the bottom 5. Stay there. When we return, you'll be hearing the hottest top 5. It's still the weekend rundown.
And we're back. It's still the weekend rundown on your favorite web TV station, TSL Nigeria TV, and I'm Adria Omagedi. So we've been talking about the most craziest of news happening this week. Now, apparently on our number 4 story, we have something very interesting. Now, how would you feel if you get an opportunity to come out from prison and then you willingly go back? I mean, I don't know if I'll do that, but then again, Neki has us covered.
Okay, so on this particular story, it happened in Indonesia, one of the biggest problems in Indonesia. The prison there caught fire due to the protest that was carried out by young citizens because of racial abuse. Now, prior to this, Indonesia has shut down their internet because of hate speech and racial protests. So apparently, due to the protest, a prison got bombed, and a lot of prisoners escaped. And so, but apparently, to the surprise of the jailers, the wardens, they discovered that the prisoners came back to help rebuild.
Oh my God!
Yes, they help rebuild like a makeshift shaft where the prison wardens can stay. And they say they are willing to come back to the prison as long as there's good facilities for them to stay. So,
such a good heart. I'm just still wondering what's the motivation. Why would you shade us like that? I refuse to take it. Nigerians are responsible people, Neki. We are responsible people.
I know, advocacy. I'm not saying I have good image. I'm a good Nigerian citizen. But come on, a lot of things have been going on that has been putting Nigeria in a bad light.
Yes.
And it's making
I get
not good citizens in Nigeria, which is not true. Nigerians are the most hard-working,
most committed people. I mean, we don't go anywhere without actually making it.
Yes, and that is why
be it good or bad.
That's why a lot of people are threatened by us. Imagine South Africa so threatened by we Nigerians.
Yes.
But coming back to the story, I'm amazed that I think it's a cultural thing. Before the prison, they said they're ready to serve their sentence, like to finish.
They take their time, finish it, and I think it's really commendable. You don't get such things at regular intervals. People don't just willingly say, "Hey, I want to go back to prison." Once you get the break, you're on the loose. You're on the loose, and you want to go.
All right, so moving on to our number 3 story. I'm that smart. I have to say it. A lot of things have been happening in the social media space, and this one is a black one for Nigeria because the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI of America, has indicted over 80 Nigerian citizens living in America for fraud. Now, according to them, this is one of the biggest fraud that has taken place in the history of the United States, and it causes a very serious economic meltdown, which is leading to economic recession. Over $163 billion has been seen to be siphoned from a majority of American accounts.
And that's just sad because recently we were hearing that we talked about this fraud and fraud in Nigeria and on the breakfast show, and we kept talking about how we're being restricted from movement. We don't get visas anymore. People don't want to associate with us. People don't want to do business with us, and it's just sad hearing this because it's going to cause a whole lot more restrictions for us getting visa into the United States, and this just spoils our name completely.
Yes, and then because of this, there's a particular company, I don't want to mention the company's name, they actually shut their operations from Nigeria. They operate from Richmond, California in the US, and so they've shut down operations and saying that Nigerians, they've seen after much investigation, there's been lots of siphoning of funds and the company is not growing as it ought to be. They're giving Nigerians opportunities and Nigerians are, mismanaging a lot of them. And I also read an article of a Nigerian citizen in London who says that she wasn't giving charge over the charity organization she works for the account because she's a Nigerian. Apparently they say that Nigeria has a very bad record for keeping money. And so because of that she cannot handle cash. So it's a ripple effect. I think people are forgetting the fact that these things the ripple effect. And apparently, not to throw shades, majority of the names that were mentioned were actually one of the major ethnic group tribes in Nigeria, and they had lots of AKAs, like their aliases were very amazing. With someone that his alias was "Thank You Jesus, Forever Made Man." Very funny one, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I want to laugh, I can't laugh because my esophagus will not allow it.
It's sad because it's denting our image. I mean, our reputation is at stake here. I mean, when you guys do these things, don't you think of the long run? Think of your children and all that too.
And apparently the Nigerian in the diaspora union, maybe when Nigeria go, they must have the union.
I don't get
it. In course in America, they tendered a letter, an official statement to the FBI saying that in as much as you have accused these people, we are not saying that they are guilty, and so they'll be represented in court.
Okay.
And so let's see
where that leads.
But please let us tone down on this fraud thing. It's not funny at all. A lot of Nigerians are genuine and they want to pursue their dreams and go overseas. And when they begin to see roadblocks that other Nigerians have caused for them, even common Ghana here. Actually, Ghana is not common. Sorry, so it will not come from me. Ghana here, do you understand? They were treating one of Nigerian top most entertainment person because she's a Nigerian, and so
our reputation seems to exceed us, so let's turn it down.
All right. This one is not too.
It's not funny. It's sad, heartbreaking.
It's also on the very sad side, and the jury has us covered on this one.
All right, Brandy, a little girl who has been allegedly beaten by her father has died. Now, it's very sad because the father beat her to death for something so trivial. And then the person who takes her to the hospital drops her, and on finding out that the girl is dead, runs away with her body. Now the investigation is going on, trying to find out who the father is and who the lady is that brought her to the hospital. Now I'm just going to say this. I get that you want to discipline your child, but please, there's a thin line between being an abusive parent and a child that's do discipline. There's a thin line between abuse and discipline. Please do not beat your child to the point where your child is frustrated and you kill the child. I mean, it's heartbreaking. I mean, they used to, you get when parents are angry and all that, and they don't want to lash out on their children. But please don't lash out on your children. It's heartbreaking.
I mean, as much as everybody say it's easier said than done. Don't lash out on your children. Don't make your children a recipient of your transgression.
Seeing the story, I was just so heartbroken. I was like, it didn't have to get to that point. She didn't ask to be born. You brought her into the world. Take care of her.
She didn't ask to die that way. It's funny because A lot of people saying, Nigerians have gotten to that point where if it doesn't touches me, I'm not concerned about it. And so abuse is real. Abuse is real. People abuse people on a daily basis. Emotionally, they're abusing people. Mentally, they're abusing people. Do you understand? So the abuse keeps going on and on. Now, you can imagine that girl just dying like that.
Sad. And it's heartbreaking, yeah.
Right, so we are wrapping up the weekend rundown today with a very, very funny story. I would say funny on the license. Now, in Dubai, a young lady married for over a year, files for divorce over being loved by her husband. According to the report, she says that her husband doesn't argue with her. Her husband showers her with gifts, and it is too much for her to bear.
God.
And so she feels that the court should annul their marriage. And so the court says that they need to go settle their differences. And on the part of the husband, he says that it is not a bad thing for me to be a caring husband. I love my wife and I feel I should treat her right. But she is insisting that they should argue at least once. The man refused to argue.
The guy said he must love her all the way.
He must love her all the way. He cannot fit.
Come and love me up, man. All right, so I think I get where she's coming from. Sometimes in every relationship you expect there to just be a bit of the disagreement, share and get. It feels like it spices up the relationship, makes you know the person better and all that. So she just needs just a little bit of, and the whole thing of maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe he's pretending, she doesn't know. Maybe in the long run, she will not see his real self.
That's too cheesy to file for a divorce.
Exactly, I know, right? He didn't do anything wrong.
Love is not that bad. I know we really want to go deeper into it. We see a lot of reasons why, but come on, just come love me, baby. Love me.
I mean, I want some loving. Tender love and care.
But this have come to the end of an amazing time on the weekend rundown, taking you stories from the fake Naira notes to the winning prisoners in Indonesia, of course, FBI indicting over 80 Nigerians, the little girl that was killed, and the Dubai couple filing for divorce over being loved. Crazy stories.
Yeah.
We're going to come your way same time next week, but before then, do well to join us on Monday for the breakfast show where we become our professional self.
We're serious people.
We'll be good children. My name is Nike Moyo.
And I'm Ejuru Omoigede.
It's a bye for now.
Stay connected to TSL Nigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSL Nigeria Space TV and join our online family.